So for everyone watching, make sure to like and subscribe. Let me get going here. I'm gonna really take her easy because I'm kind of holding a camera in one hand. Ow. She was like, I know it sounds immortal for me to say that. I think she meant immoral. But then again, most people's language here, their first language is not English, so I understand that mistake. I'm pretty sure whenever I speak French, I say 80% of the words wrong. So I just thought it was funny to hear. It's like hearing worst case Ontario. It's like, I don't think that's right. It's funny, people always look at my camera and my little gimbal setup, and then they don't make eye contact with me. Man, again, missed the convoy. Everyone was super nice, said hi. Real life's not like the convoy. Best 2 weeks of my life. Sorry, man. That's a cool dog. Yeah, if y'all could like this, that kind of helps. If not, I understand. How's everyone doing tonight? I can't really read the comments. I'm sorry. I'm like riding a bike. And if you guys, I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just really trying to concentrate on not bailing on my bike. I'm riding a bike with one hand right now. I'm sorry. Sorry. All right. Sorry. I'm just. Live chat is visible. Great. How's everyone doing? Where's everyone from? Fuck. Everyone doing? Where's everyone from? So as we can see, we also like I check that girl out, but is what it is. Human nature, I guess. Hey, miss. Sorry to bug you and like approach you at night. You have one of the coolest walks ever. I'm streaming right now, and everyone says you have a really cool walk. Okay, sorry. Have a good night. Okay. Fuck. Okay, it's so hard to maneuver, but I want to show you guys the street art. Okay, so when I move away from Montreal, this is all the stuff I'm gonna miss. There's super cool like art popping up and down. Like this will be gone in a week, and there'll be new stuff. There's Bixies everywhere. That's what I'm on right now. Shout out to Bixie. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a really cool idea. And in Toronto, they have the same thing, and they are kind of everywhere. But in Toronto, they're called rideshare. But I think Bixie's a much cooler name. Fuck, it's a little hard to get going. Yeah, look at that street art. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely miss Montreal. I'm thinking of going in like 3 months. I think I'll head to either Toronto or Winnipeg. And then, I think as much as I thought Toronto was cool, I don't know. I don't like Toronto as much as Montreal, but I definitely, um, I don't know. It was a lot easier there for me, like work wise, and there's no language barrier. It was weird being back in a place where it's like, oh, I understand 100% everything. I was working on Star Trek. That was really cool. Met a lot of cool guys. My buddy, my new friend, he's I'm testing some of his pre-workout, and I don't normally use pre-workout, but if it's good, I'm gonna make a little advertisement for it because I don't really want to advertise and endorse things that I don't like. So I want to make sure that I really like it before I give it a shout out or whatever. Um, no, I don't know. I just find sometimes I don't fit in here a lot. I'm never part of group conversations, and yeah, I it's been a couple. It's been like I don't know. I came here for someone. And when I was here with that person, it was a very good time. And then we broke up, and then I met someone else, and I had a good time. But I do find it's hard to make friends here. So I feel like I don't know. I have more friends now. Shout out to my buddy Matt and Austin. Like, actually, I'm thinking about it. Like, the two friends here that I talk with the most, they're both Anglophones that are not also not from here. Yeah. So there's that, and that lady was really pretty. I like how she walked. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So streets kind of open. So yeah, super pretty. I don't know. I find the people here, like the females here, are so cool, so pretty. But I'm sure they're really cool and pretty in other provinces. I think just maybe the mysteriousness of the fact that they speak French. I think there's. I find Montreal is a very diverse place, but I feel Toronto is as well. I find any really big city in Canada has a lot of diversity and lots of different types of people. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think I'll miss it. I just find Montreal so beautiful. I remember, yeah, no, when I first came here for the person that I moved for, and just like walking, I was like so. I remember it was like November 2019. I was walking up and down this street a lot all day, just killing time, and I just thought it was so beautiful. All these like tiny little shops, side by side. While in Winnipeg, everything's more spread out and like a lot more space between. It's like a prairie city. And I feel like that's not the best for infrastructure because then I find since everything's so spaced out, it probably takes a lot more to run plumbing to a building. Just a thought. But then maybe it's easier to work on things because it's like there's gaps in between buildings. So, um, yeah. I have a buddy that manages Prohibition. Very nice fellow. Very nice to talk to. Um, okay, great. I'm getting a copyright strike. I don't know. I've been traveling all day and I haven't touched my car, and I kind of like that. I'm gonna miss that because in Winnipeg, there's definitely not this rideshare service, and there's definitely no subway, and the public transit in Winnipeg sucks fucking ass. So yeah, you kind of need a vehicle in Winnipeg. Wow, I feel like if you work downtown here, you can just even if you just like work from home, like a lot of people do now, you don't need a car in Montreal unless you need to go outside the city. But and actually, even if you do that, there's all these like there's Uber, but there's like this Calm Auto where you can like um, rent cars for like the day or something. C'est quoi means it's what, I believe. Salut. Oh, those are nice doggos. I can take this because I don't want to go off the curb. Okay, so I'm experimenting. I don't know if this is fun at all for people to watch. I don't know. Sorry if it's shaky or anything. I'm not even like looking at the camera very much. I'm just trying to watch where I'm going. A lot of people around. It's so I don't know. Well, I guess holding my gimbal on a bike, people are looking at me like I'm a fucking weirdo, and then they like look at my gimbal, and then they look at me, and then they dart their eyes away really quick. It's kind of interesting, I guess. Oh, dude, are you live? Are you on YouTube? Live on YouTube? No. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. Oh, I was gonna say me too, but never mind. Ah, geez. Ah, right. Sneak in. Oh shit. How's your run going? Okay, shifting gears. That was let's stop. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Shit, 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 shit. Yeah. Have a good night. Okay, clearly some sort of cult activity going on here. Thanks for everyone that's been sticking with me. Howdy. She said hi back. You guys just didn't hear it. I was like a 40-year-old man with a 12-year-old girl. Sure hope that wasn't a date. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I would honestly kill to have that right now. But being alone's cool too. Salut. fuck, this seems like so romantic to like be sitting on a bench with someone at this hour. I've always no wait, except 1 month. Every August I've spent in Montreal, except my very first August. I've been single every August so far. I mean, my second Quebec girlfriend I met August 25th of last year. That was like I think our first date, or it was like the first day we met, and then I think it was like a couple days later we had our first date. Anyways, yeah, be pretty cool. I mean, I'm hanging out with you guys on this nice summer night in Montreal, so that's something. Yeah, that's just as good, actually. Yeah, that's just as good as being out with a lovely lady and sitting on a bench, holding hands, kissing, and whatever. God, I think I'm getting old. I think I'd rather just sit and hold hands, and talk. I have like no sexual drive these days. I don't know why. Actually, maybe it's because like I don't know. I hurt my back and I couldn't like do the deed, and yeah, I hurt my back from work, and I think my last girlfriend always complained about her ex not working enough, and then her complaint about me was that I work too much, and yeah, just I'm gonna tell the punchline with the past these photos. Oh, am I gonna not run over the double? Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Yeah. So, anyways, with my last girlfriend, fuck, where are they going? Ah, yeah. My last girlfriend, yeah, she told me my dick was useless because I hurt my back and I couldn't have sex with her. And I heard it at work. And she's like, "Oh, you're always so tired. You're always working." And yeah, so that fucking happened. That was pretty shitty of her. I don't know. Just ever since then, I haven't had fucking sex drive. I don't know. Kind of made me feel like shit. Actually, I was like 2 weeks ago. I broke up with her immediately because I thought that was an extremely disrespectful thing to say. And even if she was joking, she kind of kept going on with it. Like she said it once. I was like, "Hey, that's like not fucking cool to joke about. Like, I don't like that my back's hurt," and told me my dick was useless. Howdy. Yeah, and then she just kept saying it, and wasn't really apologetic until like 8 hours later, and a bunch of people, even her own friends, were like, "Yeah, that's pretty not fucking cool, actually." Yeah. So there's that, and then I'm sure she went to all her friends, and they all justified her saying that. It's like, "Well, he didn't pay enough attention to you." So yeah, that was my last relationship. Yeah, that was her excuse. She's like, "Well, you didn't pay enough attention to me. That's why." It's like, sorry, fucking working here. Anyways, yeah, how's your guys' night going? My night's going pretty good. Just chilling by myself. I think a party just ended. So yeah, I'll probably be single for a bit. I'm gonna spend some time on me, spend some me time. Probably be good for me. Damn, that new moon looks nice. Bum 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 bum. Bam, 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 bam. Are you okay? Yeah. Look at that moon. Damn, it looks nice. Yeah. So I don't know. See, I find this intersection dangerous. Uh, Actually, well, you can learn some French, and it's great to learn some French, but it's also just super bilingual. And I mean, that's why it's actually kind of hard to learn French here. I mean, if I moved to Quebec City, I feel like I would have learned French quicker. Because it's like there's no true full immersion. Every time I try and talk to anyone in French, they switch to English, and then the odd person's like, "How come you don't know French yet? What the fuck, Dick Hollis? You should know it by now. How come you're not fluent?" That's what people say that don't have fucking brains. Because anyone with a brain, they'll be like, "Well, French is really hard, and I really appreciate that you're putting an effort to learn." And I don't know. Lately, I kind of pulled back because I don't know. Like I was at a fucking party and someone said something. I don't think they were trying to be shitty, but I just don't realize. I think people here realize how fucking rude they can be about like shitting on people's French progress and like. I don't know. The lady just said something like, "Oh, clearly, like you need to really get into it. Clearly, you're not trying." It's like, well, fucking half an hour to an hour a day when I work like 60-hour work weeks. I think pretty fucking good, actually. Damn, look at that moon. Beautiful. Not gonna lie, my ass and balls kind of hurt. Anywho, yeah. So that I don't know, like when shit like that happens, I just sound like a wuss, but it like kind of makes you like give up a little bit and be like, oh, I don't really fucking care. Makes you like, eh. And yes, if you're asking like, the stereotype is that like some French Canadians really hate English Canadians, and yeah, that's fucking true. And it's funny, I was talking with a black fella in Toronto about this. And I was talking to him, I was like, I swear, it gave me like a little bit of an insight of what it might be like to be a minority. And he's like, I could see that. And I was like, yeah, like, because there's like examples of like fucking prejudice that happened. And I would tell people about it. And he's like, what? I bet you people discounted it and pretended like it didn't happen. I was like, yeah, exactly. And I was like, yeah, like I would like say like this person like told me to go back to Toronto, which I'm not from there, but like like I found just like I don't know, I found like certain times like people would say shit or like sometimes on shows like transport drivers would like just drive right by me and then like be like go back to Toronto, and then people would be like, oh, that didn't happen, you're making that up. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, no, totally didn't happen. And I find like sometimes at work, like it was weird because I find like when people think I'm like a fly-in from Toronto, they're super fucking rude to me. But then like they chill out when they learn I'm from Manitoba because I guess like they have less of a thing against Manitobans than Torontonians. And Manitoba used to be a French province at one point. And yeah, I don't know. And then I guess some Anglophones here like refuse to learn French their whole life, which I will say is kind of fucking weird because it's like I don't know. I've been like it's been like a. I really don't like how I don't know what's being said around me. Like it really fuck. That's nice. It really bothers me, and so that's why I've been trying my best. And like sometimes maybe I'm not trying as much as I feel I should have been, or like maybe I'm not doing my exercises every day. But I'm watching a lot of French media, and like I'm not gonna lie, the things that have blown me back is when people have shit on me and like shit on my French and like, you're fucking stupid. Like you should have like. There's been different like variations of it. Like there's people that are just straight up fucking rude and like won't let me speak English and like tell me to shut up when I'm and so like I don't know, it's kind of fucking shitty, not gonna lie. Um, and yeah, there's different levels, and like, dude, I had one dude like he just didn't fucking like my face, and he would always get in my face, and he refused, like he would always talk French to me, and then people around me that knew me and were nice to me, they're like, oh yeah, and he always pronounces his words weird when he talks to you, because I think he's trying to fuck you up. Like he would purposely pronounce words like really weird and like say them in a weird way that only like people like were fluent would understand. Um, and yeah, so he would fuck with me that way and just like I don't know, like always bitch, like oh, if I worked in Vancouver, I'd have to speak English, and like he started like to riff on me when I was like asking a question, like because I was like, oh, this dude said this over the radio, did he mean this or that? Like, what does that mean? And asking a question about French, and he was like giving me shit for not knowing it. He's like, "You've been here a year, this and this and this." It's like, well, you guys here fucking speak fast and you mumble and you don't talk like French from France people. You sure as hell don't talk like the people on fucking Duolingo, that's for sure. And like for example, in France they say 18, and on Duolingo they say 18, and in Quebec they say 18. And then they go, Mackenzie, how the fuck do you not understand French yet? What the fuck? So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, I don't know. But some people here, I'm not gonna lie, are really fucking cool about it. And like, my three girlfriends were all good at helping me with French in a way. Yeah, not gonna say who was the best at helping me learn French, but um, no. And I find people really chill out when they realize I'm not an anglophone that's been here. Like my whole life, I've been here. Okay, so I came in June 2020, but I did go back to Winnipeg for work. And like, okay, when you come during COVID, you're not like immersed. I sat in my apartment and I do Duolingo sometimes, but I wasn't actually immersed. Like for example, the words that are used at work a lot, I know really well. Like, uh, c'est coupé means it's cut, and okay, tout de suite, on le faire. Tout de suite means we're gonna go again right away. On le faire tout de suite. And Set tone means it's rolling. I But I think I feel more progressed because now I'm past the point of translating words in my head, where I just actually kind of know what words and sentences mean. Sometimes I'll know what a whole sentence, and I'm kind of associating it with my head that way, and I'm not like on leb. I know means take off, and I learned that because someone was like yelling at me to take on like a bigger show. They're like on leb la rail, which means uninstall the track or the rail. But I just associate. I don't even know how to fucking spell on lead. But like that's how you would learn. That's how you learn your first language is by people saying stuff and you associate it with stuff in your brain. I don't know why like most methods of teaching is to teach you how to write the language, your second language, because like people you don't learn your first language by learning how to write it first. You just acquire it through like people speaking it at you. And sometimes people do that here and it does help by just them speaking it at me, but sometimes it's fucking frustrating because like it'll be like an intense situation and they won't cut the shit. But I guess that is a way to help learn, but sometimes it is just like frustrating because you feel stupid. And I'm not gonna lie, like I do feel like completely stupid sometimes because like I don't understand what's going on around me at all at work. And like I don't know, it's just like going to Toronto and working there for 3 weeks. It was like, oh, this is what it's like. But I felt like almost superpowered because like I've developed of like I just like the way I survived in Montreal was I just had to super pay attention and like try and like just watch people's body language and guess what was going on, based on like the lighting and like the camera setups and stuff because I'm a grip and like I got really in tune with that. And so like I couldn't really be on my phone a lot at work anymore because I had to like just super fucking pay attention. And so I had that plus I could hear everything in French, so like I was able to anticipate things and get the right equipment ready and kind of just know what's going on before it happened by just listening, which I wasn't able to listen. But like I was a dolly pusher on my first couple shows here, and like I don't know, it was cool and helpful. And like the camera operator, most actually all the camera operators I got were pretty cool. The first DP I ever worked with here was a huge fucking dickhead, and he's super rude, and he's known in town and in the province for being a super rude dickhead, which I guess that fucking makes him feel good about himself. What's SoCal? Oh yeah, no, these the thing about Montreal, the bike lanes are the absolute goddamn best here. I think Montreal has the best bike lanes I've seen. Like, I don't remember seeing very good ones in Vancouver, but I'm sure they have some. Yeah, I like Montreal has the absolute best bike lanes. Yeah, they were like that in Winnipeg too. They were just like, oh yeah, okay, I just saw your profile picture now. It's the old Biden. Just a second. How's your night going, dude? Ah, okay. See, now I feel ignorant. Yeah, I don't know. Is that where you're from? Are you there currently, or? Yeah, sorry for the rough start. Let's get See, balancing on a bike is super fucking easy once you get going. But man, I wish I was brave like those dudes that were riding around no hands. Um, that was kind of cool. They like went around the corner so quick and like didn't even have um, their hands. I'm like too afraid to do that. I don't know. But I guess I'm going slow, so probably, I think the fast you go probably makes it easier to not do it with your hands. But yeah, I only have one hand available, so I'm not gonna try. Because if I try and recover, I'm gonna really fuck up and fly over with my camera and make a goddamn fool of myself. Fucking women here are so beautiful. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah. Bum. Yeah, everyone's on late night dates, fucking super romantic, and I'm all alone. But yeah, I don't know. God damn it, this is like the fuck. I don't know, I'm only gonna be here for like 3 more months. God damn it, I just want to fucking date someone for like 3 months, like just to hang out and go on dates, and yeah, maybe I will fall in love, and then I'll just be their like sugar baby, and they'll just like pay my rent and pay me to stay here, and I'll like go to school or something and just like relax, you know. What a life that'd be. So yeah, if anyone's watching who wants to be my sugar mom, if you're like from 25 to 30 and somehow a millionaire and want to pay me to be your boyfriend, yeah, I'd be very interested. I mean, Kim K, if you're out there and watching, I'd do it. Damn, look at that mirror, or the moon. Trey Jolie. That means very pretty. Yeah, no, it's extremely beautiful. Um, Man, I was talking to my buddy today, and I feel like I never had a girlfriend live in the apartment I had, but like, okay, so the first girlfriend I moved here, I moved in with her, and then like, actually hilariously, I found an apartment like a street away. I was like, oh, that's an easy move. And then no, we are just talking. It's like that song, Lucid Dreams. It's like I see your shadow, and then he said something like that without even referring to the song. He's like, man, I keep seeing her shadow in the like in my apartment. Like, and he's like, it's not a fresh start. It's like when we broke up, she moved out and got a fresh start. But it's like I'm just like sitting here like having memories of her constantly. He's like, I want to move somewhere without her, and like I think that's like my biggest reason for wanting to move away from Montreal. Like, not so much just the like, okay, one, the language barrier, but I'm not gonna lie, like I don't know. I think like the fact that I moved here for love, and then I was like, oh, I'll just stay summer, see how it goes. Maybe I'll meet someone again. Who knows? Because French Canadian girls are very mysterious. Blah blah blah. That whole stereotype, and I guess they are, and they are beautiful and wonderful creatures. But yeah. Oh, another date going on over there. But yeah. What the fuck? Like, I don't know. It's just like I've had three. Okay, like one was like a 2 year, and which like started long distance, and we'd always like come see each other. We met in Winnipeg, and then we'd come see each other. And like, you know what? It was funny because with my first girlfriend from Quebec, my problem in Winnipeg, and like maybe it's just like it was my vibe or my level or something, but I always felt like fuck, I could never tell if a girl actually liked me, and that was my frustration. Was girls never fully stated if they liked me or not, and they were never like clear about it, and they fucking played games, and My first girlfriend was like 10 years older, and yeah, what happened was I don't know, like, and I was like complaining. It's like I just want someone to show that they really like me. And one of the first things she did, like our first date, like, because we didn't like meet up when she was working at Winnipeg, because we were both seeing someone, and we just talked online. And she's like, "Yeah, I'd love to fly and see you," and I paid half her ticket, but like it wasn't like she didn't even ask. I just offered to do that. So then like I was like, okay, but when I come, you pay half my ticket, and then that way we shared expenses to go see each other. And like, no, it was weird, like, because I think that was we spent like 3 days together or 5 days, and I like just did not want her to fucking leave. And I remember leaving her at the airport was so hard. We, yeah, like every time at the airport we cried. And I remember there was a time she was in Winnipeg, and then she had to go back for work. And I remember she drove to Winnipeg, but I remember I wanted to buy a ticket back, and I had to work like the Monday, and it was Tuesday. And I remember I just like so badly wanted to spend like 30 more seconds with her. So then, like, any amount of time with her, I would have fought for. And, and, um, no, I remember I spent like $500 on a fucking ticket on the way back from Montreal just so I could drive it with her and like spend like 2 more days with her. And I remember again, like that was the last time I saw her before COVID. I remember I have photos on my phone still of us being like every time. There was 3 times where we left each other at the airport, and we both cried all the time. We both cried both times, and um, I don't know. Maybe that's a lot, or maybe we're just both afraid of being alone. No, I don't know. We had a fucking. It was just nice. Fuck, I like cuddling her and stuff felt different than anyone else, and that I'm not gonna lie, like. I had some shitty things happen to me, and like while I was dating her, and moving to Montreal was really hard. They just have like, there's just so much more French bureaucracy here than the rest of Canada, which makes sense because it's a French province. Um, and like everything here is just more fucking difficult than it should be, and it's hard to describe. It's like people here that are born here don't get it. Like some people get it if they move away and come back, like, oh my god, everything here is fucking harder than it needs to be. Like I know people that have moved away to BC and come back, and they moved back because they felt that it was hard to make friends, because I think the rest of Canada it's harder to make friends, I guess, as a fucking francophone. I don't know. But I find the culture here is more welcoming, but yet I don't do well in any group conversations here because French is my second language and I can barely speak it. But yeah. Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. It's just like um, I lost my train of thought. Smoked too much weed lately. Um, Look at that moon. Let me get going. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, talking about my love life in Quebec. Um, no, I remember. Fuck, it was just like to January 2021 to like March was probably like the most stressful time of my life. I was on a very like it was like for one, it was my first time working in Quebec. I was a dolly grip on a show. It was a very intense like show with like award-winning cinematography on it, and it was like a hospital show, and um, it was a very yeah, I don't know, it was a very tough show. Like there's glass, like to when you're kind of like operating the buggy, the camera rests on, and like you're a part of the move. Um, it can be a very like some places the job is treated with such respect because it depends. Like I don't know, I felt like there was a lot in Montreal versus Winnipeg. There was a lot more respect for that job, the dolly grip, but then there was also a lot more expectations. But then there was a lot more support at the same time. But like realistically, it was just like the language barrier really fucked me up. People had to repeat themselves for me. And I know that like people didn't try and be mean about it, but like I know it frustrated people a lot. Like people got frustrated with me quicker than like I feel like if I was in Toronto or Vancouver or Winnipeg or Alberta somewhere. And yeah, it's just I don't know, and it's like if you just have to be a lot more precise and like there was a lack of rehearsals because I don't know, like the COVID shit where they had to take off masks and a guy had to come in and collect masks and fucking this and that and the actors only had Quebec had really weird rules where it's like actors could only be within 5 feet of each other for 15 minutes a day and they were timing it and like so the takes were like super fucking like, come on guys, we're gonna go separate. So like there was like if I fucked up, it was like a big deal because like you just wasted 30 seconds of their fucking time. What the fuck? You know, so there was like that weird stress all the time, and like there was a lockdown in Quebec, and like so I would go to work at like 6 a.m. and I would come home and I couldn't like go anywhere. I couldn't leave because there was a fucking curfew, and like so I honestly feel like my girlfriend at the time was feeling like I wasn't paying enough attention to her, and I think we just fought a lot. We fought every day, and it's like I worked all day and got yelled at all day, and I just wanted to come home to peace. And we fought about something every fucking night, and like you know, now that I think about it, it's fucking probably really pointless everything we fought about. And yeah, that's how a relationship gets wrecked. And I know a lot of relationships during the curfews got really fucking wrecked and shitty, and like during the lockdowns in general, a lot of people broke up but then a lot of people were forced to shack up, I guess. But yeah, it's just kind of shitty. Like I don't know, like that relationship definitely to me definitely had more time, but it's sped up by like the stress of the curfew, and you just kind of and the stress of that first job in Quebec was really fucking hard. I'm not gonna lie. It was my first film job, anyways. But yeah, you just feel stupid, I guess. I don't know. I Honestly, man, I wish I like took French more seriously, and I wish like there was better access to French lessons and like I don't know, all my French lessons in school, like none of my French teachers spoke French, so I feel like I would have had a bit of an advantage if I, got actual French lessons throughout school because I'm not gonna lie, all my French teachers in middle school and high school that I had sucked ass at their job. Just saying. Because I don't know, they just like fucking read the curriculum. They didn't give a shit. They just let us play games and like we typed out etra, which means like to be for like fucking 8 years straight, and we just like wrote out all the different ways to say to be. Uh, yeah. I don't know, but I don't regret any of the relationships. I don't know. Sometimes I think, do I regret moving to Quebec? And I don't know. It's I've gotten to work on some really cool films that if I would have stayed in Winnipeg, I wouldn't have gotten to work on. And plus, like recently, I'm not that close to Toronto. 6 hours away, 6 hour drive. So it's like a work day to get there. It costs like $120 these days to drive there. Plus, speeds up the time of the oil change. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's not really pain, but I don't know. It's life experience, and I guess I made money and saved. And I mean, I'm paying the most expensive rent now I've ever paid in my life, so it's kind of hard to fucking save and whatnot. That is what it is. Saving a bit for retirement and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, and I don't know what to do next. To be honest, I just know. I think after my this show that I'm doing here, it's time for me to move on and go somewhere else, and I'm ready to do that. Maybe actually, that life of living in a van seems fucking cool. But I got my best mate with me, and I don't know how much he would like living in a van. So, is what it is. And I didn't bring my backpack with me or anything. I just realized. So I guess I'm gonna have to. We'll finish on Wellington. Yeah, but the last girl I dated telling me my dick was useless. Yeah, that one. I don't know, but it's just like fuck man, like that, like you don't feel very useful as a guy if your back hurts and you can't like do the deed, and I don't know, it's just a fucking shitty toxic thing to hear from your partner, even if it's a joke. But the fact is that they kept saying it. Like I think they said it like five more times after me being like, "Hey, that's serious. I don't want you to say that. That's really shitty. Please stop saying that. I don't like that." But no, just keep going. And then told me I'm too sensitive and that I don't pay them enough attention. It's my fault that they said that. Like, oh, okay, that's cool. Thanks. Made me feel good about myself. Still feel. I'm like, maybe I am too sensitive. I don't know. It just like really fucking bothers me that they said that. For fuck's sakes. Maybe it's dramatic that I'm saying that. But then again, no one's really gonna see this anyway. So who the hell watches this far? I mean, like the three people that are watching right now. Yeah, maybe. I don't think anyone's gonna watch this far in the video. I'm well, whatever. Wherever that lady is, I hope she's doing okay and having a good life. I don't really wish harm on anyone. I mean, yeah, is what it is. Mm. I don't know. I guess there's like that thing called shit testing, and I guess some people my age or just people in general like to shit test each other while they're in a relationship and see what they're gonna put up with. And yeah, I don't know. It wasn't the first time. Another thing they said to me was like that their my underwear didn't do it for them. It was like we were on a date, we're having a good time, and then they said that we had a date before going to work together, and she's like, "Yeah, your underwear doesn't do it for me." It's like, okay, I don't fucking know. Like, buy me underwear then, like for fuck's sakes. I don't know. And then like I told her how sensitive I was about that, and like that's a fucking. I don't comment about her clothes or what she wears or anything, or and she's like, well, if you said stuff, I wouldn't care. It's like, well, great. Like it's just fucking rude to say shit like that to your partner. And then, like, of course, like her friends justify it. They're like, "Oh, well, it's just a comment. You don't have to take it." It's like I swear, some girls' friends will justify their friend fucking saying anything rude. Cause it's just like, what kind of like bullshit is that? Just feel like, oh, well, it's just a comment. It was just a comment about how you don't look good enough in a certain way. Like, don't take it the wrong way. She was just saying that. In a way, like, let's say your partner is kind of wearing lame underwear, which, okay, whatever. Sometimes I wear like old grandpa boxers. Cause I don't know, fucking like I sweat like a motherfucker, and I need to like air it out at work, and that's like the best underwear for that, right? And then like I've in the past like if I wanted girls to wear sexier underwear, I'm like, hey, do you mind if I buy you underwear? and then I'll buy them like certain underwear, like for sex and stuff. Like I don't give a fuck what you wear. I don't know. Like I find that's such a shitty, rude thing to say to someone. And then like I said that to this person, being like, hey, like I really don't like that. Like I don't like those types of comments. And then like 2 weeks later, fucking boom. So I think that person just constantly wanted chaos and constantly wanted to fight with me. And it's just like I don't have the fucking energy for that, man. Like a fucking old man trapped in a young guy's body. Anyways, yeah, but in the past, I definitely, yeah, no, I've gotten girls on. Yeah, anyways, so my internet's cutting because it's slowing down. I don't really want to pay for more. But yeah, no, I don't know. It was just shitty. Made me feel like shit. And I don't know. The person constantly wants to fight and make me feel like shit and make comments, and then I get mad. And I don't know. I think constantly want to test relationship. And I don't know. That shit's like a little too old for that shit. I just want to go on long walks with people these days and talk. I don't really want to date anyone. I just want to make more friends and chat with someone. I want, you know what I want at this age and like time in my life? I want someone to hold hands with on the couch and watch movies with. I think that's what I want. I think that's be perfect right now. Actually, if I just had someone to hold hands with and watch shit on the couch and talk about their day and talk about their problems, and I'd listen, and you talk about your problems and your day, and then, we'd like kind of support each other a little bit. I don't know. I don't really want a serious relationship, but I don't want to just like a fucking bang friend or whatever. I guess I just want someone that doesn't test me constantly, and I just want someone to build a life with, and I don't think that'll happen. It won't be like the good old days where it's like my parents or like my grandparents. Like my grandparents like had a farm together, and my grandma supported my grandpa, and like they helped each other survive and helped each other pay rent, and, or like certain couples where, I have two friends that live in Windsor, and one's going to school, one's like being in the UFC, and they live together, support each other. He goes around all around America and Canada, and trains and does tournaments, and super cool guy. Met him like twice. Um, and yeah, like I'm really jealous of their relationship. I don't know how long. I think they've been together like 2 years or 3 years. I don't know, but they live together, help pay rent, and it's like I don't really want a fucking roommate that's someone that I'm not dating. I want a roommate of the person that I'm dating, and I don't know. It's just like someone to cut back. Like it sounds like stupid. It's like I don't want to just date someone for financial reasons, but no, it'd be really nice to date someone. Your rent and your utility. Like when you have a partner like that and you're both working, it's like your bills are half. So you're saving up money quicker, and then you can buy a place quicker. And it's like I know a lot of couples that are about to buy a house, and it's like only because they had a partner to do that, where you're like splitting the rent, splitting all the utilities, and you're just really supporting each other. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I would want in my life right now. I don't know. Well, I guess I would want some. Damn it, I will admit it on the podcast or no, on the live stream for the 2 people, 3 people, 4 people that are still watching. Um, yeah, honestly, I would want to find my soulmate and the person I'm supposed to meet, but I do feel like I have to become a much better person to be able to find the person that I want to be with, or I don't know, like that Tom McDonald and his girlfriend, like they found each other in rehab and were both drug addicts, and now they're both really successful on YouTube and off drugs for like 2 or 3 years. So it's like I don't know. I find stories. I know of a couple that they were in like they were both poor together, and they started off living in a trailer, and they built a farm together, and then before the husband passed away they were like multimillionaires by all the like the land and farm infrastructure that they built up, and they did it together. They built a farm together. um I don't know, I guess I want to be poor with someone and build a life with someone, but these days I don't think there is the one. I just think there's time with a person. I don't think there is a one anymore, because no one wants the one. Everyone's searching for something better. People, you can be together for 10 years, and you'll eventually grow bored of each other and cheat on each other and separate and leave and maybe get back together. I don't fucking know, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not counting on the fact that I'll meet someone and we'll build a life together. I don't know. I think I'll be one of those creepy old like 6-year-old dudes that has like a 30-year-old girlfriend. yeah, I think that'll be my life. But and is what it is. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna log off. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a great day. Okay, bye. Hey, if you guys want to shoot the video, like and subscribe, that'd be really cool. Thank you. Bye.